Joining us now, Democrat Congressman from Washington, Adam Smith, as well as Republican Congressman from Pennsylvania, Dan Muser. Gentlemen, good to see you both. Congressman Muser, I'm going to start with you. I don't think there's any real point to have this conversation about President Trump's health. He does hours of press conferences. He's out playing golf. I don't get it. I feel like they're just trying to do a get back maybe for Joe Biden and their failures on that. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of sick. Right. And it's gone from being biased to misconstruing to being downright maybe evil and mean to out and out lies. And their whole, unfortunately, and in due respect to Adam Smith, and, you know, there are many, many decent Democrat colleagues. But when they get behind a microphone and they speak, they're really irrational. And their entire policy is about getting Trump. And, of course, the media, you know, you got Joey Behar, whomever, and you got Mike Waltz. I mean, what a moron, okay? Everybody in America has got to admit this guy is an idiot, okay, to make the comments that he makes. And not only that, beyond unprofessional, they're dangerous. Look at what their leadership is causing in the streets, okay? I go out, protesters don't just protest, they just don't have a conversation with you. They spit at you, they yell at you, they point their fingers as close to your face as possible. Well, you know what, that all starts at the top.
Representative Smith, we just show those examples, Jen Psaki, Joyless Reed. What is that representative of the Democrat Party? What do you say to that?
No, and look, I mean, the Democratic Party does not have a corner on the market of saying stupid things. Republicans have done that as well. I'm sorry, what?
Yes, they do. There's no more
I'm sorry,
on both sides. It's extreme. Yeah. It's dangerous. Yeah. It's hostile.
I'm sorry, is this going to be an interview where I get a chance
Congressman Smith,
go
ahead.
You guys just want to
go
shout
ahead,
insults?
Congressman Smith.
Just let me know. I'll go either way. Now, come on. I mean, you can think of all the things. And look, I think that people on both sides get online and say dumb things and do speculation and are too critical of their colleagues. All right. Mm-hmm. So just to give you one example, there was a congressman from Arizona who did a video game where his avatar was actually killing the avatar of Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez. And, of course, on January 6th, we had a little noose hanging up there from Mike Pence, and people were wandering around talking about killing Nancy Pelosi and Mike Pence. So you seriously want to argue that this is just something that only the left wing does. MAGA people called in death threats to Republican members of Congress who voted to certify the election in 2020. So, look, I'm with you. Stupid people say stupid things, and we should not do that. We should have a discussion about what's going on in Ukraine or what's going on in Gaza or the fact that Xi, Putin, Modi, and Kim Jong-un are getting together. That's all important. You want to surf the internet for someone on the left that said something stupid? You will be having plenty to do. You want to surf the internet for something stupid that someone on the right said? You can fill up your time doing that, too. I think it's more productive to have rational conversations when we have the chance.
But, Representative, you have to admit, it seems like a lot of Democrats, a lot of people out there on the left, they're rooting for the president, our president, to fail. Whether you like it or not, President Trump is our president. We should be rooting for him to succeed.
Fair enough. But that's so funny because when President Biden was president, when President Obama was president, I mean, no less of a person than Mitch McConnell, that my job is for Obama to fail. So I'm with you. I don't go out there and say those things. I don't go out and say I'm rooting for Donald Trump.
I know you don't, but you need to speak out against it.
Democrats who are only doing that for Republicans when Republicans actively rooted for Obama and Biden to fail. I don't think that was a good idea.
You know, politics are tough and it goes back and forth, guys. I think the rhetoric, I think everybody can agree that the rhetoric sometimes maybe on both sides. They're bad apples on both sides. It gets a little extreme. In the latest case, talking about President Trump maybe being dead or there's some issue with his health. I just think the conversation's dumb at this point. I think it's stupid.
Overwhelming from the left at this point. Look, I get it from the right.
100%.
Over the last several months, in particular, Trump derangement syndrome, whatever you want to call it, it's insane. Look, you just keep turning the channels. You could go on social media and you can go back 4, 5, 6, 10 years as you just did. But turn on any channel, MSNBC, CNN. They're making jokes about it. The Jimmys on late night TV, who nobody watches, fortunately. But but they're making jokes about it, praying that, or not praying, they don't pray about what the potential death of President
All right,
Trump.
let's do this. President Trump
they pick up the flag.
Is alive
and that's why
and
we
well
have the level
here.
of hostility that exists.
He's still the commander-in-chief. So let's, as we wanted to say, let's not feed into the fire and the fuel of this. Let's talk actual politics here. Congress, we know, partisan standoff could lead to a government shutdown that is looming now that we're back in session. Congressman Muser, we'll start with you. Where's the Republican Party going right now when it comes to this? Talk about how this is going to shape up.
Well, listen, we're working on passing appropriations bills. We are in leadership. The Democrats want to help improve the bills that we are creating. They're not going to lead those bills, so it can be helpful. It can be bipartisan. Now, we're likely looking at a CR. And by the way, the CR, for the most part, you know, you got Jeffries saying this is a bipartisan appropriations process to pursue an extreme agenda that undermines Americans' national security. You're going to tell me that's not irrational, wrong-headed? This is the 2024 budget of the Democrat Party, and you've got your minority leader saying it's undermining American national security. I mean, the extremism and hypocrisy is out of control.
Congressman Smith, I want to give you the final. They're telling me to wrap, but I want to give your piece 20 seconds.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, there is no 2024 Democratic budget. The Republicans are in charge. That's fine. That's the president's budget. We are trying to debate it and figure out where to go forward. Part of the problem is President Trump has taken appropriations bills that have been approved by Congress and not spent the money the way we said it was. And also, we have a different set of priorities in a number of different areas. The appropriations bills do not adequately fund health care, which is a major concern that we have. So we'll work this out and we'll debate it. Republicans are in charge, but ultimately they will need votes from Democrats in the Senate. And so it's going to be difficult to find bipartisan agreement.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.